if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? We were caught up and lost in all of our voices. In your pose, does the dawn settle around us? On the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love.
Hey everybody, we'll be starting at 9:05 on the dot.
Darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Where do we begin? The rumble of ourselves. Oh, where do we begin? The rumble of ourselves. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? We were caught up and lost in all of our voices. In your pose, does the dawn settle around us? On the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you?
Hey guys, just waiting another minute so we can start.
Where do we begin? The rumble of ourselves. Oh, where do we begin? The rumble of ourselves. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you?
It's 9:05. Welcome, everyone. It is March 23rd, and my name is Melissa Lopez. I'm a diamond coach with Team Beachbody, and I am doing today's webinar for a second time in a row. I'm so excited about this. And the topic of the webinar is taking your brand to the next level, this time with your Facebook like page. So that is what I'll be talking about. I did want to do recognitions, but as many of you know, if you've logged into Team Beachbody, they have been undergoing some maintenance today. It looks like we crashed the site, which is a good thing. Lots of people using on demand. And I wanted to try TurboFire today, and I did not get to try it. It would have been my first time doing TurboFire. So instead, I did P90X3 MMX. So let me know what workout did you do today as I switch over to the slides. Would love to know. Post them up. Where'd the hangout go? Okay, screen share. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose you guys when I do the screen share. All right, here we are. There I am. Okay, so you guys see that? Yay. All right. So today the topic is taking your brand to the next level. And pretty much, I'm going to just dive right into it. What I'll be talking about is engagement primarily. And the reason that I'll be talking about engagement is, if many of you may or may not know this, but your Facebook like page and your Facebook personal page works on an algorithm. And what happens is that Facebook has this equation that looks at how many people are engaging with you to see if you are worth posting on their news feeds. So if no one is talking back to you and commenting onto your posts, then doesn't matter how many people you have following you, you will actually not show up on many news feeds, which is pretty unfortunate, but at the same time gives you the incentive to use Facebook more so that you can show up on news feeds. And the reason that we have like pages is to reach new people. So, as I wrote there, increased engagement on your Facebook page means you appear on more news feeds, your fans see your posts, and when they comment on your post, their friends see your post. And those are the people you want to see your post, because those people don't know you yet. So a couple of things I do, and I'll go over that really quickly before I go to the next slide, is I encourage my friends to go over to my like page, to like it, and also click on get notifications. I also encourage my challengers to do the same thing. And I tell them that, I'm going to be posting even more valuable stuff on there as well as what I post in the challenge groups. So you might as well just connect with me everywhere. So that's how I get people to look at my like page in the first place. So what does Facebook monitor? I talked about the likes on your posts. They also monitor the comments on your post, the shares that people share your post, and then the clicks on a link to your post. And that's all that they're looking at. They're not looking at anything else, not looking at how many times you're posting. They're not looking at, the quality of your posts, even though that's something you need to be monitoring. But they're just seeing basic action, physical action, or people liking, commenting, sharing, and clicking. So what do you need to do? You need to create posts that people are going to like, comment on, share, and click to. You want people to feel encouraged to do that. And if they don't, like I mentioned before, Facebook thinks that no one wants to see your stuff, and then you don't show up on anyone's stuff, which really sucks. So Facebook engagement is different than Facebook reach, but they're related. And when I talk about showing up on people's news feeds, that's reach. So if you go to your Facebook like page and it says something like, you know, reached 50 people, you only showed up on 50 news feeds. And then the engagement is the actual likes and comments. So it's like a little cycle. More engagement equals more reach, and then more reach will in turn equal more engagement from new people. So I want to make it very clear that I'm talking about something different than Facebook ads. So yes, you can pay to play in the game. And Facebook ads do relate to all of this, but at the end of the day, your non-promotional posts are very important, because as you increase the engagement on your non-promotional posts and you increase your reach on them, then your paid posts make more sense. So for example, we create an ad. You and I create the same exact ad. I have an engagement of about 80 comments on a picture and a reach of 2,000. You have one comment on a picture, maybe 2 likes, and a reach of 34. We create the same exact ad. We both pay $5. My ad is going to get more views, and in turn, most likely, especially if it's the same and everything else is constant, I'm going to get more comments than you. I'm going to get more people interested. I'm going to get more people watching it, because I've built a place where now Facebook says, oh, people want to see what Melissa has on her page, versus someone who's paying $5 and they're like, only 30 people want to see what so-and-so has. So when you look at, and you're paying for like a boost, or you're paying for an ad, and you look at what it says, this boost can get between, like 100 to 5,000. That is what they're talking about, because the person on the lower end of the spectrum is only going to get those 100 per possible views on it, while the person on the higher end of the spectrum is going to get the 5,000. And that is not dependent on how many people actually like your page. That's dependent on how many people are actually commenting on your stuff. So let's get right into it. How do you increase post likes? So before I start this, I want to tell you that I'm not an expert in any of this. I am just someone who gives it a shot. I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, Chalene Johnson, Amy Porterfield. They're the experts. I'm just actually following along. So they say you need to post things that make people feel good, that asks questions, that actually asks for likes. So I don't have any example as asking for likes, but if you see here, and it's a little small, in the left side, top left, with pictures of the hair. I'm asking women, how do people get hair like that? Because I can't seem to get my hair looking that cute. And then I got 19 comments, 48 likes, and I reached 1,100 people telling me, or the 19 comments were telling me about how I need to do my hair. Apparently it's a wand, this wand thing. I don't know what it is. I haven't bought it yet. But that'll get my hair looking like that. Evoking a good feeling. When Jimmy Fallon did the Saved by the Bell skit, I jumped on it because, hello, women my age, I'm 32, loved Saved by the Bell as kids and loved Zach and Slater. And I know we all were like, oh my God, they look exactly the same. So I did a side by side, and that didn't get as many comments, but it got about 49 likes. People got excited about it. The same thing at the bottom. I just asked, question, to Zumba or not to Zumba? What's the question? That is the question. And I got a bunch of likes and comments on that. And then also on evoking feeling, it was like a super rainy day. My boyfriend and I did, or my fiance and I did a video on, we did a lip sync battle. So once again, a Jimmy Fallon reference, because we're big Tonight Show fans. But we did a lip sync to You're All I Need by Method Man and Mary J. And again, people my age know that song. It totally was like, oh my God, I love that song. 62 people liked it. I got 500 and something views, more views than I would get on a YouTube clip of the same thing. So how to increase comments. And I just actually posted the little picture on the left because I literally just tested this today. The other 2 times, which are the other 2 pictures, are just times that I accidentally did it correctly. So for example, I asked the question, should I, and this is actually a question that is in my head, should I wear a birdcage or should I wear flowers on my hair? Because I don't want to wear a veil. And I got 27 comments on that, people telling me what I should do. And then the typical post is like in regards to fitness, well, you know, fitness clothes, fitness shoes, you know, what do people prefer color? Do people prefer patterns? 36 comments on that one. Then I decided to get more specific today, and over on the left, you'll see 8 pictures. And I asked people for help on choosing 4 of them. And I am actually going through deciding between these pictures. So it's not a lie, because I feel like people can see when you're like lying through your keyboard. But I got 96 comments. 96 comments. Yes, some of them are me, but Facebook doesn't care if it's me. They just care that there are 96 people that Melissa is, or 96 comments between people on Melissa's page. And then it reached 1,100 people, and it's just a picture. So comments are really important. And if you see on the left, that was a post that did really well. And that was a post between just me and one other person. And Facebook was like, you need to boost. This one's a good one. This one's performing better, because they like that. They like the engagement. They like the people going back and forth. On the right side, it's a number of people wrote something, and then I responded to them all separately. Again, Facebook likes when people are talking to one another. So tagging the other one of the people who commented, and hopefully maybe they tag you back, or maybe they don't, but maybe they reply back. And then Facebook really takes your post and takes your page and says, people like what this girl's doing. I want more of that, or we'll put more of that up. So the other thing, you know, to do is increasing shares. Great quotes. When I say quotes, I don't mean just screenshotting something, putting it up there and saying, this sounds good. No. If you're going to put a quote, it better be something that's worth it, and it needs to be something that has value to you, and you need to share why it has value to you. So write like 3 sentences, 4 sentences as to why this is important. If it's a cool quote that caught your eye, it probably caught somebody else's eye. So they're going to read it, and they're actually going to read through it and see why it caught your eye, and then maybe learn a little bit more about you. Valuable information. The TED Talk got 1 share. I'm still playing around with this, so they're not going, you know, they're not like at the really high numbers like my comments, but videos of me working out and doing something that's hard get shares. And then on the right, it's a video of me doing I was hula hooping, and that did really well. And actually people shared it like, this girl's funny. And then the last, you know, valuable information, I posted some nutritional tips. But not very long ago, my posts were not doing so well. This is in September. 30 people reached. No shares, no comments, no likes. The other one, 25 people reached. No shares, no comments, no likes. So it's not something that you need to like, you know, I've been a coach for 2 years. Her Facebook like page has probably, you know, been working on it for 2 years. No, I started working on it maybe in like late November was where I started to pay attention to my Facebook like page. So it's not, you know, out of this world. Yes, I actually have had a Facebook like page for many years, but I had like 40 followers or something, you know, lower than I do now. And like I said, you know, I think that it would have been nice to see for people to have seen that I was doing a newsletter. And it would have been nice for people to read about sugar, but no one was seeing it. It reached less than 30 people, the sugar post. So lastly, I want you guys to note that you need to post, you need to start paying attention on what people are liking or people are commenting and post more of that. So on the top left is pictures of workout outfits. My people like that. They like to see those combinations and the colors, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. Do you like the color? And then they comment back, and we get real girly about it, and they like that. They also like when I talk about my wedding and I talk about that kind of stuff, so I've been doing that more. They like when I do color combinations and clothing and that kind of stuff, so I do that more. Don't go crazy. If you see one person commented on something, create that post again, just a little different. Maybe that person will comment again, and this time their friend will see it. Because you want not only the people who already know you to comment, you want the people who they know. And most likely the people that they know like the same things you like, because you guys all know the same person. You have the same common denominator. The bottom, again, it's my workout stuff, videos of me doing something. I do a lot of that because people like to see that. People like to see me working out. People like to see what I'm doing with Zumba and that kind of stuff. So that, oh, wow, I can't believe I went through that. I thought I was going to go over. But so again, the secret of getting ahead is just getting started. I listen to Chalene Johnson and I do what she says. Like, doesn't hurt to try. The picture on the right is finally, again, like I said, in November was when I started paying attention to my like page. I posted this call to action, and it's pictures of me doing yoga. And before, it was a call to action that was boosted, because you see there it was boosted. It was not boosted, and it was doing pretty well. Like, I was like, oh wow, people like these pictures of me, getting my workout on, or getting my yoga on, and getting my silly on. And like that sparked something in me, and I was just like, oh, people don't want to see a picture of that Family Guy cartoon saying, join my challenge group, or any cartoon, or a different person. They want to see me doing stuff. So I boosted it to give it a shot, and that actually was that was a very successful group for it being at the end of the year. So I encourage you to give it a shot, give it a try. I didn't post anything on clicks because it's still something that I'm working on myself. But of course, you want to think about making the image engaging. So, posting something that people like or have already shared of yours, and then adding a link to it. So if you have a blog or you have a website or something relatable, that works well. I do get clicks to links that are not mine. And I'm still working on stuff to do with linking to my blog and actually getting people to read it, because they just read the synopsis and don't go over to the actual blog page. But I'm working on that. And hopefully in the future, I'll be able to give you some information on that. I am going to stop sharing my screen, and hopefully I won't lose the chat so we can do questions. I think you guys can see me now. Any questions on the topic? Anything you need like info on? Feel free to ask away. We have about 6 minutes. Oh, I'm looking at the workouts you guys did. Turbo Fire. Oh, I can't wait to try it, Danny. Anyone on questions? Hmm. How many days do I usually boost a post for? I typically just go through it myself. So I'll do like a day for $5 and then see how it does. Um, if it is my clean eating group, my free clean eating group that I'm trying to create a post, create, an ad for, and I boost, I might do that for 2 days so people can see it and comment and everything like that. But I usually do it at like one day, $5, see how it goes. And then if it's going well, then I boost another $5. And if not, then I just don't do it again. How many times you post in a day is, I think Dalisa and her husband did a webinar about that. But I used to post like 3 times a day, and that didn't do any difference. You could post once a day, and it could be just as valuable. It depends on the content that you're trying to put out. So if you're putting out content that no one cares about, and you're doing it a lot of times, that reduces the algorithm for you. If you're doing one post and you're getting hundreds of comments on it, then Facebook, is going to, your probability of being on more feeds is higher. On engaging questions, do I suggest we post engaging questions daily? You can, but you want to be kind, and if you have followers and you have people that are commenting on them, it's gonna look like it looks a little weird. So you can vary it. Post an engaging question, post something funny, ask people to tell you how their day is going, different things, so that it doesn't look exactly the same. Because then eventually it's like, what are you fishing for? I think people catch on to that kind of stuff. Instagram versus Facebook, both. They are two different animals. On Instagram, people are just scrolling for pictures and they're looking for something that catches their eye. On Facebook, a person might be on there a short period of time, but you could show up on their newsfeed at 5 p.m. even if you posted at 12 p.m. And it just depends on who's commenting when and when are their friends looking at it. Where Instagram, once your picture is up, your picture's kind of gone unless somebody's checking your page out, which is not very likely unless you have really good hashtags and that kind of stuff. So both, for sure. Just making sure I didn't miss any questions. I think I got them all. It is 9:28 on my end, and we are done. Bye.